Hi little skeletons, it's Disney Queen Skelly here, and today is a lazy film day. I'm so excited for it. I literally got back from work about an hour and a half ago, had some lunch, got in my PJs. I'm literally wearing just a white t-shirt, some sweatpants, and my slippers. And I am honestly so excited to get this lazy day started. So today we're going to be starting with some Disney horror. I know it has been a very long time since we have done some Disney horror, but like I said, I am getting back to the writing for this channel. And even though I'll kind of let you guys in on a little secret, I'm not necessarily writing anymore. The only thing I am actually writing for is the Disney media reviews. And that's only because I need to write stuff down for that. I can't just like willy-nilly read it from my phone like I do for everything else now. I still link all the articles in the description box. I also link the links for the pictures from where I got them from like I usually do. So nothing's really different about this other than I'm just not writing this down anymore. Now I know some of you guys might be asking, well, what about the looking back on DQS? I am still going to do that. I'm still going to be doing my typing ASMR, and I am very excited for it. So like I said, you guys are still going to be seeing the ASMR typing. It's just after some point, it's just going to be the Disney media review. So I hope you guys are okay with that. Anyways, we are going to get into these 5 spooky Disneyland ghost stories. Hope you guys enjoy. It's the spooky season. Not necessarily, we're like in January, but you know what? Every day here at Disney Queen Skelly, we are in spooky season. So it's a great time to look at the spooky history of the happiest place on earth. Even at Halloween, Disneyland isn't exactly the scariest theme park. Still, for a place that's been around for more than 65 years, it has many interesting stories to tell. That includes ghost stories. Over the decades, a number of mysterious events have taken place within the gates of Disneyland. If reports are to be believed, a number of locations are actually haunted by spirits. Here are 5 of the most interesting Disneyland ghost stories. The Haunted Mansion is actually haunted. It's probably not that surprising that there are a number of ghost stories surrounding Disneyland's Haunted Mansion. It's the place where you would expect ghosts to be, after all. Among the most prevalent tales is one of a mother who spread her son's ashes, as many try to do, outside the building. The boy can now sometimes be seen outside the building, apparently crying. Whether that ghost or another is stealing gingerbread is unclear. Every year when the Haunted Mansion undergoes its Halloween to Christmas refurb into the Nightmare Before Christmas themed Haunted Mansion holiday, a new gingerbread house is built. Apparently that house kept mysteriously losing roof shingles. It seems nobody knew who was taking them, and since this was the Haunted Mansion, some hungry spirit was suspected. Now, each year the designers leave an extra gingerbread shingle on a separate plate so that the ghost can still have gingerbread without messing with the house. Reportedly, the piece of gingerbread on the plate has continued to disappear, but the house has remained untouched. Monorail Spirit. They say that ghosts can be created by tragic events, and so it's little surprise that many of the ghost stories found at Disneyland are related to actual deaths that have occurred inside the park. It's an oft-repeated myth that nobody has died at Disneyland, and that sometimes the park even goes to terribly extreme lengths to prevent people from expiring on property. But it's simply not true. A few people have died at the park. One of the earliest people who died at Disneyland was a 19-year-old man who, in 1966, tried to sneak into the park during one of the Disneyland's annual high school grad night events, where the park is closed early so graduating seniors can have the run of the place. He reportedly scaled a fence and then climbed onto the monorail track, with plans to walk across it until he found a place to get down. While security saw him, he did not heed their warnings and was not able to get off the track before being struck and killed by an oncoming train. There have been reports from other monorail drivers over the years that they have seen the spirit of the boy still on the tracks. It happens at night, but the vision vanishes before the train gets too close. The Woman in White. This one is perhaps a little strange because this is a ghost story that, while it comes from Disneyland, doesn't appear to actually be connected to the park. The Woman in White has apparently been seen on Main Street, USA after dark, dressed in 19th century gown. The dress fits with the aesthetic of Main Street, but it's unclear exactly why this woman is wearing that outfit. It doesn't appear she's related to a cast member that used to walk the park in costume. Some believe she may have died on the site of Disneyland years before the park was built and simply never left the spot. While that may be the case, it seems the woman does know where she is. It is said she'll help lost children find their way to the Disneyland Baby Care Center, though I haven't found any stories from anybody who claims to have been helped by her. So it's far from clear exactly where this story comes from. Still, it's a nice thought. Dolly's Dip. The Disneyland monorail isn't the only place you'll allegedly find the ghost of someone who was lost inside the park. 2 people have died on the Matterhorn bobsleds over the decades, and one of them reportedly still haunts the tracks near the spot where she died, a place now called Dolly's Dip in her honor. The woman Dolly was thrown from her Matterhorn bobsled and hit by another oncoming train a couple of days after New Year's Day in 1984. At least one former cast member who used to work the attraction claims to have frequently had an uneasy feeling while walking the attraction at night, specifically through the spot referred to as Dolly's Dip. Other cast members have even reported seeing Dolly. Walt Disney haunts Disneyland. The last ghost story maybe isn't that creepy. In its own way, it's actually sort of sweet. It's been said that the ghost of Walt Disney himself haunts Disneyland, the only park he was directly involved in building. His spirit seems to inhabit the apartment above the Main Street firehouse where Walt used to stay when he was sleeping overnight in the park. There's a lamp in the window of the firehouse apartment that Walt used to light whenever he was there as a way of letting other cast members know he was on site. As the story goes, one night after Walt's death, a cast member was cleaning the apartment and turned off the light as she left. However, upon reaching street level, she saw that the light was on again. She returned and extinguished the light, but once again it came back on. In some versions of the story, the lamp was even unplugged but somehow still came back on. Today, the lamp in the window is left burning all the time as a way to symbolize the fact that Walt Disney is always there in spirit. Or maybe it's because they just can't figure out how to turn it off. Most people enjoy a good ghost story, and Disneyland Resort has definitely found itself with a few over the years. Some are tragic, some are romantic. For most, these are nothing more than stories, but what great stories they are. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these spooky Disney stories. I know I've told I think I've told all of these stories at some point on this channel. But again, in starting over, and not only that, but in finding articles to tell Disney horror stories, a lot of them are going to be some of the same things, so I hope you guys understand. But thank you all so much for watching. Let me know your favorite Disneyland ghost story in the comment section down below. But other than that, I will see you guys next time. Bye, little skeletons. Stay safe, and I love you guys.